Like, how many different experience of reading can you have? Like, so many. And I get extremely angry when people are like, oh, that's not reading. Dude, it's reading. Everything, it's reading. Hello, beautiful bookworms! My name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. And even though I have these bags under my eyes and I look like I've been kicked in the nose for some reason, I am fine, sort of, and I decided to bring you a review of a comic, a first issue comic thingy that I've just read, which I had no idea existed. It was presented to me by my boyfriend, and it was his idea to actually read it because he thought I might be interested in it. So I decided to bring it to you because it's such a different comic. I have never heard or seen anyone talk about it, and it's really interesting and, as I previously stated, different from what you've known. So I am talking about issue 1 of what it's going to be a comic series called Step by Bloody Step. If you can see in this cover, we have this little girl and she is in the hands of something mechanical, which is way bigger than her. And this comic is by loads of different people as per usual. So the story is by C. Spurrier, if this is how you pronounce this name. The art style is by Matias Vergara, and the colors are by Mateus Lopez. We also have the graphic design by Emma Price, and then I don't see anything else here. So this is by Image Comics, and in the back it has a giant footprint, and it says, "A girl wakes, she has no memories, no name, no language, nothing except a giant," which, pardon me for saying, is one of the most short, to the point, and interesting synopses that I've read in a long time. Apart from that, let's just get into the story. So I am not going to spoil anything. However, talking about the first issue of a series for me is like talking about a first chapter, so I don't believe there's a lot to spoil, since you don't even know where the story is going and what the plot is all about. And in this comic in particular, you don't know because you only have images. Yes, you heard me correctly. You do have a lot of coloring, you do have a lot of panels, but you don't have anything at all written anywhere. So this story is only portrayed and talked about through images and through what you can see in the page, which for me is unrealistically amazing, because you would think and expect that even a comic that is a very visual media, but even a comic would have some dialogue, some words, and something, rather than only art style. But in here, the story is told just through art style. And it's a very interesting story indeed. Mainly because our main character can't speak, and apparently her giant companion can speak as well. But you start the beginning of the issue with this little girl. She is in a giant hand, and it's a giant that is vested in like a suit of armor, so like a knight, but a very gigantic knight. And he has her in his hand. It's snowing and she's naked, and basically is him taking her away from the place where they are and just walking around with her. She wakes, he just gives her clothes, he sews, and I'm saying he, but it's kind of like it, because it kind of doesn't speak as well. So, and we don't know like if there's a gender or anything for the giant. We do know that our main character is a girl, because it is stated in the back that she's a girl. So it's really very interesting, and apparently the plot of this is that they have to keep moving forward independently of where they pass through, with some goal in mind, which is still not revealed. And it appears to be sort of like a fantasy story, but more of like a journey. And it appears to be related with temptations that you pass through when you're trying to reach a major objective. Now, we don't know who this girl is. We don't know what the suit of armor, like this gigantic suit of armor, is to the girl, or if it's just like a companion. We don't know. We just know that they have to keep moving, and we know that they're going to pass through some dangers. We know that the girl is a little bit oblivious to what is going on, and that whatever is the suit of armor is making them progress. So there's a main goal here, which we don't know, but the storytelling of this is actually amazing and beautiful. All of the colors are used in a spectacular way. It's like you see the seasons and the days and nights passing through. You see everything that's going on, like from they just building a fire to actually walking and leaving their steps in the snow. You have a lot of beautiful double pages, and even when there's only panels, it's beautiful. And you don't have any dialogue, which I've already stated amounts of time, but it's fascinating to me. And I'm one of those people that believe that everything is reading. I do know that some people say you're just reading if you have a physical book. Audiobooks don't count. Just looking at pictures doesn't count if you don't have like a dialogue. But I'm one of those people that states that if you are being told a story, or if you're reading a story through any media, it's a story. You are reading, unless it's a movie, and then you are watching a movie, but everything is stories. So we don't have to be such critical people about the way that a story is told. I am sad, though, that some people won't be able to read this and experience this in the way that it was predicted to be experienced, because it's mainly visual, and not everybody can do it. However, for those of you that can, I do believe that you should, because why not? Why not read something that has nothing written? Why not try and experience through the pages, through the images, the feelings of our characters? Everything in here seems more raw, almost. It seems like you're experiencing it on your own skin, because you're seeing everything through the art, and you're seeing the smallest of changes in our characters through the art instead of dialogue. So it's literally like the show don't tell. That's what they're doing here. They're showing, they're not telling you. And you are growing up as a reader, progressing, reading this issue of Step by Bloody Step, and figuring stuff out, which might be wrong or not. And you can have a lot of theories, which I do believe that when something that you read forces you to think about the plot and to think about the characters and what might be coming, then that's a good thing to read. Because at the end of the day, do you want people to actually tell you stuff in your face and like call you a dumb reader? You need to know like everything? No, you like to figure it out by yourself, right? I mean, sometimes I want to read easy reads, and that's also fine, but I love when the authors and the artists believe in me as a reader to actually discover and have theories and think what is going on. And not having dialogue for us human beings that never shut the fuck up might seem something really strange. But then you pose the question of how do these two, I'm gonna say people, but we don't know what the knight in the armor is, but how do these two people connect? How do they speak? How do they understand each other? How do they portray feelings if one, the girl can't speak, and we still don't know if she's actually mute or if it is because she hasn't learned to speak or if it's just by choice? We don't know. We don't know what happened before she was with the giant. So yeah, it's amazing. They can speak, but they can show emotion, even when you're talking about a giant that is covered in armor. There's emotion here. And there's a lot of things, actually. Sometimes you're seeing through different perspectives of these two characters. And sometimes when you're seeing through the girl's perspective, something is happening in the background with the giant. And you're like, oh, look at that. The girl is not paying attention to that. And then you're seeing something happen through the giant's perspective. And you're like, okay, so where's the girl? Because she's gonna do shit again. And it's just, it's beautiful, it's amazing. And I think it might be a tale about growing up, or a tale about how temptations are in your way when you're trying to reach a goal. But it's very interesting to discuss. And I think that I want to keep reading these comic issues, and I'm very happy that I got shown this. And if ever any of you like know anything about this, I would appreciate that you told me, but without spoiling me the adventure of actually learning for myself. And if you don't know this, you should. it's pretty great, and it does take a while to read, even if it's just images, because you're appreciating everything and understanding the emotion and perspective of the characters through the art style. And that is fascinating when authors can do that in any type of medium. So can you tell that I recommend this? I do recommend this. So yeah, guys, this is my opinion on Step by Bloody Step issue 1. I do hope that more issues come out and that this story keeps on being as beautiful as it is and as intriguing as it is, because I want to figure out more. I want to be a part of knowing Step by Bloody Step, and I think that you guys will like it too. So that's going to be all for today. If you've read it, if you haven't, just tell me something in the comments down below about the comics that you've been reading. That's all for today, and happy readings to you all. Bye!